Somebody wanted to say hi this morning. Hi. I don't know your genealogy, but today we're talking about how to read Bible genealogies without falling asleep. Has this ever happened to you? I was reading the other day in my Bible reading and came across 1 Chronicles chapter 2. And I'm reading something like, the sons of Jeremiah, the firstborn of Hezron, Ramoth's firstborn. It's just a list of names. In fact, I was talking to somebody the other day, and she said she started reading through the Bible, and then she hit this list of names and said, nope, I'm not doing that. How do we read these lists of names and actually not fall asleep? What is the point? Why are they in the Bible, and how can we read them when they're so monotonous? That's what we're going to talk about today. Hi, friends. I'm Miss Nancy Ruth.
And I'm Mr. Roger.
We want to see kids living for Jesus. So let's look at how to do this. All right. There's several tips. I have 3 in particular. Here's the first one. Look for names you recognize. Look for names you recognize. It's like seeing an old friend, like, hey, I know you. That's great. Somebody I know in this crowd of strangers. All right. So look for the names you recognize. It could be somebody like Abraham. It could be Isaac. It could be, boy, a lot of Abraham in there. That's okay. Look for names like Moses, or maybe David, or Judah, or maybe some other ones like Caleb, or some other names. So look for the names that you recognize. Second, look for breaks in the pattern, things that are different. We talk about a really important one in this video here in Genesis chapter 5, but I'm not going to spoil that. You can look at that there, okay? Here's another break in the pattern. Usually it's son, 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 or father, 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 father. And then look at here in Chronicles 2, it says, Shishon had no sons. Oh, that's different. Only daughters. So what's going to happen to the daughters? Because it's very unusual to see women in these lists. Okay. Third thing is look for how you fit in the genealogy. Stick with me. All right. So my mother, I loved her very much. And one of the things that she loved to do was genealogy. And she even collected pictures of the relatives in our family. Okay, so people walk into her house, they're like, whoa, that's a lot of pictures. But then you start saying, oh, but look, this was my great, great, great grandmother who ran away from home and jumped on a boat to come to America. And all of a sudden the pictures come to life. And you're like, oh, and not only do I know the story of this lady, she's related to me. Eventually I became one of her great granddaughters, or how many grades it was. Okay. That makes it interesting to see all these people. And the same is true of genealogies. So look for how you fit. Now, if you're Jewish, this is a lot easier because you probably know your family and how you fit into the line of Israel. And if not, go ask somebody, one of your relatives, and they'll help you out. All right. What if you're not Jewish like me? Okay. You still fit in this genealogies because of a faith in Jesus Christ. So if you look at Romans 11, it talks about how those who trust in Jesus have been grafted into Israel's family tree. Okay. Another way to think of this is, another way it's described in scripture is we are adopted. We become sons and daughters, just like the children of Israel, because of our faith in Jesus Christ. We become part of the family, adopted and part of the family. All right. So this is our family too. So as we're looking at these genealogies, look for how you fit. So how do we do that if we're not part of the line of Israel? First, look for foreigners who became part of Israel. All right. So in this list with the daughters that we were wondering about, look what happened. Okay. This guy had an Egyptian servant named Jara, and he gave his daughter in marriage to his servant Jara. And then she had a son. And so he became part of his family, the family of this guy. It became part of his lineage, adopted into the family, this Egyptian. Okay, then we can also look for the family line of Jesus, because Jesus is how we are adopted into the line of Israel. So we see some genealogy lists of Jesus in Matthew 1 and Luke 3. But you're looking for names like, again, Abraham and Isaac, Judah. You're looking for David and his family, and you can look for some other names there in those lists for people that you recognize. So those are 3 tips for how to read genealogies without falling asleep. What tips do you have when you're reading through the Bible and you come across a genealogy list? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe. We post memory verses in 4 translations, key passages, answers to Bible questions, and more. Check out our store and freebies at parentroadmin.com. We love you, friends. See you next time.